Hi ladies, it's Beth from Be Styled and welcome to my first Tipsy Tuesday in Newport, Rhode Island. Hello, 12:15 Eastern. Sorry, supposed to be on at 12. That's what I've always tried to do. But it occurred to me today, I think from now on I'm gonna shoot for 1 o'clock Eastern for Tipsy Tuesday. So let me know in the comments if that's a better time for you all as well. But 12 has been hard lately. And I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm hungry anyway. So next week I'm going to shoot for 1 o'clock, okay? But as people are joining, I just wanted to say hello and just let you know I'm in my new I call it my pop-up house. It's our rental house for the next 9 months in Newport, Rhode Island. If you're familiar with Newport and you know Thames Street, which is kind of like the main drag through town, through at least this part of town. It is literally right there, like maybe 10 steps over my right shoulder is Thames Street. So just to give you a little bit of reference, if you are familiar with Newport, if you aren't, you really need to come get here. It's a great place to visit and a really fun place to live. We're having a great time. But I'm here and I'm back on track with Tipsy Tuesday and I have a really fun, I think, topic today. I want to keep it fun because I'm talking about controversy, which I don't usually do, but I am going through 10 of the most quote unquote controversial trends, trends that I get a lot of feedback on from people. It's the kind of trends that you either hate it or you like it or love it. You usually stand on one side of the fence with these trends. And I'm just going to talk to you about it and tell you where I land. I'm sort of a fence sitter with a lot of them because I actually really do love trends. I like to sprinkle them on. I've talked in the past about, a trend garnish instead of a trend salad. You want to sprinkle trends in, especially if you like kind of a classic look. And you have your classic foundational pieces and then to sprinkle trends in as opposed to throwing all the trends in at one time. It usually works better. And I think you guys already know that. But these are trends that are kind of new, not necessarily. Some of them are, but they're controversial. So let's get going. And I'd love for you to pipe in the comments. That makes it fun. I'm not sure I'll be able to see. I think I will. I have my glasses somewhere. And let me know where you stand on these trends. Okay, I'm going to start with one that people do either love or hate, I would say. And that is distressed denim. And now I know most of us are in the same, at least a lot of us are in the over 40, 50, 60 and beyond age range. And there are a lot of influencers and bloggers out there and people in general who say, over 40 even, distressed denim is a no-no, don't do it, it looks silly, don't do it. So this is my take on it. I like distressed denim. I don't like shredded distressed denim. I mean, I leave that to the girls. They look, it's a great, they love it. It works for them. By girls, I mean like the teenagers, high schoolers, college students, the really distressed. That's not my style. But I do like a little distressing, like maybe a little distressing in the knee, or I love frayed hem jeans. I meant to bring them up, from the basement, but I didn't have time. I have the Levi, they're called the Wedgie jeans, which is an awful name, but the Levi straight leg Wedgie jeans that have kind of a unfinished, I guess, hem. So it's like little strings fall through. Now that would make Mary, God rest her soul, crazy. Like she'd think that was just crazy town that people would wear that. But it's a trend. It's popular. You'll see it everywhere. And the beauty of it for you petites is it makes hemming and adjusting the length, or for anyone really, the length of your jeans a lot easier because you can, if you're very careful and you take your time and you figure out exactly how long you want them, you can cut frayed, unfinished hem jeans off to make them just the right length for you. And then what you do is you throw them in the dryer and the little strings will come back so it's not just a straight cut mark, okay? So just distressed denim. I'm on team yes within reason, and I see women in their 70s, and I think the reason I like it is I do have a pretty casual lifestyle. And I love that. I love a high-low look. So let's say I feel like wearing a black blazer, and I have a very casual lifestyle. So if I wear a black blazer and, you know, very tailored dark wash jeans and a white blouse, to me, I feel a little too dressed up or too tailored for my look. Whereas if I put that put a white t-shirt on or a white button down and a black blazer and then a pair of distressed jeans that hit just above my ankle, or boyfriend jeans that are cuffed, and then throw on a pair of loafers, like loafer mules, which we're going to talk about, that I just think is a casual, cool, modern look. And again, they would just be slightly distressed. Or faded, or light wash is another way of getting that distressed look, a lighter, more medium wash. It looks better with black, I think. It's just a casual, cool look that I like. So that's number one, distressed denim. Love it or leave it, right? Next is a style aesthetic. It's also more of, I would say, a habit, and that is athleisure all day. Like athleisure all day, every day. Now, a lot of us fell into this habit, you know, when we had little kids, or during COVID, God help us all, you know, when we weren't leaving the house. It made more sense to pull on joggers or leggings and an oversized sweatshirt or whatever. And then, you know, athleisure companies have been popping up over the last 5 years probably. Peach being one of my favorites. They specialize in athleisure wear in addition to, you know, workwear, but athleisure is kind of where they got their start. And they have made athleisure something that can become more elevated, more everyday, that can be worked into your everyday wardrobe versus just what you wear to the gym. And I'm right here for it. I mean, it suits my lifestyle. Right now in Newport, it is torrential rain. Like, I haven't seen rain like this, and we need it. We need that. Our grasses, you know, we haven't been able to water the lawns all summer. It is torrential. I'm not going anywhere. I went to the gym this morning, got caught in the rain after the gym, like soaked to the bone. I was soaked. Like, I could have wrung out my leggings, my pants I was wearing. So that would be the kind of day I would normally put on joggers and a sweater. That's what I wore yesterday, as a matter of fact. But I try to still make it an outfit. It's not just schluppy, throwing on, pull it out of the laundry basket, that kind of athleisure. It's more intentional. It's still very comfortable, but it's still kind of chic and pulled together. Okay, so then I say yes. I'm on team yes for that. Problem is when you start doing it every single day, because that's your lifestyle. You're not going anywhere. You're working from home. You're home with your aging parent. You're home with your grandchildren, your kids, whatever. And you're like, well, I'm not putting on jeans or pants with a zipper and a belt and shoes to do that. And I would just say, if that is your lifestyle, which it is a lot of our lifestyles, pick a couple days a week. Just pick a couple, 2, 3, to say, all right, I am going to do that on those days, even if all I'm seeing is the UPS guy. Because it helps to exercise that just get dressed muscle. It gets you out of the rut of the elastic waist pants every day. I joked during COVID that, you know, I would put on jeans or pants with a zipper and a button and a number on the back instead of a letter, just to make sure that all was still well in the kingdom. I didn't make that expression up, somebody else did, and I was like, yeah, that's so true. You know what I mean? Like, if you're wearing stretchy pants 24/7, it's easier to let your health habits go down the drain. It's just, you know, you take a nap in the middle of the afternoon when you probably don't need to. It affects your psyche. So I'm not saying never do that. That's unrealistic, but a couple days a week. Even if you're really, you know, organized, you could say, okay, on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I am going to commit to wearing actual clothes, you know, a real outfit. I'm not saying getting dressed up. I'm not saying, you know, high heels. You know what I mean. Just get dressed. Put on an intentional outfit, okay? Next, pointy toe shoes. I've got a couple shoes here. Pointy toe shoes are very in style. They have been for a long time. And you've heard me say, pointy toe shoes, they elongate your leg, they're more flattering, they make you look better in dresses and in, you know, ankle pants, and that kind of thing. And it's true, especially a pointy toe shoe that's in your skin tone. It's just that line, the lines are better, okay? I can't tell you how many people I hear from that say, well, that's great, but I can't wear pointy toe shoes. I have bunions, I have bad feet, or I don't like them. They look like elf shoes. They're stupid looking. I hear that a lot. You know, people don't like them. And I'm here to tell you, the beauty is they are not the only thing that you can wear. They're not, like, if you don't wear pointy toe shoes, it doesn't make you out of style. There are other alternatives if you don't like them. If you like them, knock yourself out. They are everywhere. I have some pairs, but I want to show you some alternatives. And I want to show you what I mean by a pointy toe shoe. Here's an example of my favorite booties. These are my Mark Fisher booties from a couple of years old with a pointy toe. See how that's a pointy toe? That's there. You'll see pointier toes, but that's still pointy. And I just like it. I like the look. I just like the way it looks on my leg, on my foot. Okay, and it doesn't bother. These I wear all day. In the fall, you'll see me. You'll get sick of them. I wear them all the time, and they don't. This pointy toe does not bother my foot. I don't have bunions though, but I don't have great feet. But I don't have bunions. Here's an alternative. This is a dress booty. Again, this is old, but still, I would say in style. You know, and again, this is all my opinion. I'm not the style police. This is just my opinion. I'm not here to tell you you're doing anything wrong, but and I'm not the style police. I never want people to think that I've got all the answers. But this is more of an almond toe boot. Do we see the difference? So it's still, and this is not a new shoe. This is from Ann Taylor. Elise, if you're on, you have the same shoe. I love this for when I get dressed up. They're not the most comfortable, but I love them. These are much more comfortable, even though they have a pointy toe. But this is more of an almond toe, so it gives you a little more room up there, okay? Still on trend. For flats, this is a pointy toe ballet flat. So all you women who love your ballet flats, and they've kind of gone off the radar lately, and loafers have pretty much taken over the flat shoe, trend. Ballet flats are coming back. I would say they never left. They're one of those classic pieces that, they're never going to be out of style, I would argue. But loafers have just sort of become more in style, and it's all about your style aesthetic. For me, loafers are just more my style. But I like ballet flats, and if I was getting probably a little more dressed up, I might pick a ballet flat over a loafer. But this is an example of a pointy toe ballet flat, but you will see the more rounded toe. And those are perfectly fine as well. This is a Rothy knockoff. I can link it if you'd like, or if you go to my Amazon storefront, you can find them. And I got them just because I was like, I want to see what this fabric type, ballet flat is all about. These are comfortable, and they stretch, they form to your foot, they stretch. So if you have issues with that, that might be a good alternative to the traditional stiff leather pointy toe flats. These are very comfortable. I'm looking forward to wearing these in the fall with I have black ankle pants on right now, my peach black ankle pants. I think I might throw these on, and wear that. It's sort of like that Jackie O look. And I'm living down the street from where she got married and where she's from, so maybe I should wear her shoes, right? Okay, so pointy toe shoes, where do you stand on that? Love them, or don't like the looks, or do they just hurt your feet? I lost my list. Here we go. That was number 3. Number 4, lug sole, back on shoes, lug sole loafers and boots. Now these, I think they came onto the scene last year. At first we were like, oh, wow, those are weird looking. Like it was, when you were used to loafers like this, either with or without, this is a mule, but picture your traditional loafer. That's what we're kind of used to. And talk about classic. I mean, again, never going to go out of style in my opinion. When the lug soles came out like this, we were like, wow, those are big. Now you see them everywhere. And if you have bunions, if you have foot issues, these are going to be your friend. They're going to be more supportive. They're going to have more arch support. They're more realistic for lousy weather. They give you a little height. They get you up off the flat ground. I wish I had bought these in black. I know everyone loves these. I wish I had bought them in black. Live and learn. Like I was like, oh, gray. Gray's a better color for me, but black would have been a lot more versatile. So I goofed on that. But people do love these gray ones, and I do love them too. But I kind of wish they were black. But here's a lug sole loafer. Here is a lug sole bootie I got last year. These are blondos, I think. You're gonna see these everywhere. That at first I was like, oh my gosh, those are just kind of awful. Now I love them. So let your eyes adjust to these new trends, okay? They're so comfortable because they're blondos, and they're good for my New England weather. I spray them with Scotch Guard, and I've worn them for at least one season. These are either 1 or 2 seasons. I forget. I definitely got them at least a year ago. Okay? So, but lug soles, not for everyone. And the good news is, traditional loafers are everywhere. They're in style. So if you don't like the chunky lug, go with maybe you already have a pair of loafers that are the more traditional ones, and they're great. Okay? So there's something for everyone. Okay, this is my last shoe, but shoes are big. My last shoe trend that people are like, I don't get it, that's just weird, is the white sneaker with everything. And yeah, you've been around long enough to know that it's everywhere. Like white sneakers, if you spend any time in a city, like when I spent all that time in Boston and even now in Newport, women, no matter from the teenage girls up to 75-year-old women, are wearing white sneakers with everything, pretty much, with shorts, with dresses, which at first I was like, nah, I don't know. I mean, they're so clunky, and with a dress. And yeah, would a heel look better with a dress? Probably. But a white sneaker with a dress, and by a dress, I don't mean like a dressy dress or a work dress. I mean like one of those, a floaty midi length dress or a mini dress or maybe a maxi dress. I don't think a maxi dress I'd wear a sneaker. You'd have to be showing some skin. So midi, let's say midi to ankle, to knee length to mini. Midi to knee to mini. I would say a white sneaker works with a casual dress or a floaty dress. I have a tank dress that I wore. I wore it to the polo matches. How pretentious does that sound? But it hits me. I can link it. It's also in my Amazon store. It's a striped tank dress that's sort of form-fitting, but not really. It's ruched, and it hits me just above my knee, and I wear that with sneakers all the time. Nude sandals would probably look better, but if I'm going to be walking for miles or I'm feeling kind of sporty, a white sneaker, I just kind of feel like we all need a good pair of white sneakers, especially for people with foot issues, because you can find everyone makes a white sneaker now. LifeStride probably makes it. Vionics makes it. The key is make it kind of simple. I wear my Adidas all the time, which you see me wear, that have this traditional, they're either navy or black, I don't even know, all-star stripes. And I love those. I wear those all the time. But a solid white is probably, if you're only going to have one pair, solid white is probably a good choice. These are Sam Edelman's. They're old. They're very kind of not too chunky, and they're leather. So, and here's a point for us women of our age who get really worked up over dirt, getting dirty. Don't sweat it. If it really bothers you, get a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and that will take scuffs off. But don't worry about your white sneakers getting scuffed up. That's the trend too. Love it or hate it. It's the trend, and it saves you a lot of time and worry when your sneakers get scuffed, because heck, people buy them that way, which I don't really get, but to each his own. Okay, number 6. This is a favorite. This is one that I wasn't even going to continue, because this is what I talk about all the time, that I don't even think it's controversial, but it still kind of is. And that's the half tuck. Okay, I still hear people say like, oh, I mean, again, I hate to use Mary as an example again, because she was 96, so a lot of the stuff is really like to her, but to us it really isn't. But the half tuck is still one of those things that people are like, what is that? Like, did you just forget to tuck in the rest of your shirt, or it looks like an unmade bed? That's what Mary would have said. You look like an unmade bed with your half tucked shirt and your jeans that are frayed at the bottom. But it's the look, and it's a trend, and it has its purpose. And I want to quickly demonstrate it for those of you who are on the fence about it. I'm not going to undress, but I have a t-shirt on underneath my chambray that is a cotton. This is the BP or Caslin or Halogen. I think it's Halogen, which is a Nordstrom just slub, short sleeve, U-neck t-shirt. I got it at the Nordstrom sale last year, but they bring them back every year. It's a great basic tee. This is blush. It looks white, but it's blush. Okay, so I could just leave it like this, in which case it is just a straight line, kind of a little low to my hips. My hips are here. I like to keep the hem to end my tops in my hip bone zone, which would be, you know, a couple inches below my hips. If you are a pear shape and you have wide hips, you don't want to be drawing that, creating that vertical, horizontal line right across your hips. So what the half tuck does is instead of stuffing it in all the way around and feeling like a stuffed sausage, which no one wants, that doesn't feel good, is all you do is you have a couple options. You take a smidge of it and you stick it in, and I'm wearing just a flat front ponty pant, so I don't have belt loops or anything, but you just take it and you stick it in there. But if I had jeans on, it would be the same idea. And if you're wearing a belt, you can still do it, but you don't have to wear a belt in order to do this. You can completely not wear a belt if you're not a belt person. And then, especially if you're not wearing a belt and you have belt loops, you can just blouse it out over the belt loops if they bother you. And then you just let it hang. You let it hang. And what you're doing is you're creating angular lines. Gone is that horizontal line. Now I have this angular line. And I don't think it looks sloppy. I think it looks cool. But again, that's why it's controversial. And you don't have to like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Would I wear a top like this? Well, I wouldn't wear a t-shirt, but let's say it was a blouse and I was wearing, you know, trousers and heels and going somewhere fancy, then I would probably rethink it. I probably would tuck it in all the way around. And if it was a blousey blouse, I would then just kind of blouse it out and maybe put on a belt. But it has its purpose. And if you have a casual lifestyle, if you want to show your waist, and a lot of people say, well, what it does, you know, it shows my stomach. It really, if you have a stomach, you're not really hiding it by doing this. You're just shortening your legs and you're just creating a boxy look by bringing it up and not tucking it all the way in, just loosely tucking it and then blousing it out. You're masking that stomach. You're masking this, if you have like a muffin top or rolls here, they're getting hidden in there, right? And you're elongating your legs. I mean, because you're creating that longer line in your pants. You're showing more leg, which is making your legs look longer. This is gonna make my legs look shorter. Especially when there's high contrast between the two colors, you know, with this blush pink and the black. There's a lot of contrast. So by bringing this down long, I'm shortening my legs and I'm just making this part of me look bigger and wider, right? If I was wearing a black top, it wouldn't even be an issue. If you really don't like the half tuck and you really don't want to tuck in, let's say I was wearing the same outfit with a black top. So I had like a column of black. You're fine. You could totally just leave it untucked. And you're still going to have that long line. Okay, so that's an alternative if you're just completely opposed to the half tuck, is to have less contrast in the color of your bottom and your top, and then leave it untucked, and then consider the length of the top and where it's hitting you in terms of your hip bone. The hip bone zone, I didn't make that up, but I like it. I don't know who made it up. Is you find your hip bone and go like, you know, maybe like this much, a couple inches, either way. And consider that as a good place for your shirt to hit. That's a rule of thumb. You got to do what's right for your figure, but that's just a little cheap idea. Okay. Half tuck, number 6. Number 7. This is a good one. This I know most people really don't like, and I have 2 of them. So go figure. And that is the belt bag. Okay. I got to demonstrate this one too. It also is known as, it started out as the fanny pack, and we all made fun of them. Like, who wears a fanny pack? You know, unless you're going on a European hike. Well, now everyone wears fanny packs. And I have the Lululemon knockoff that I can link. And I've never worn it as a fanny pack, personally. I just haven't adjusted the strap, and I don't think I would, because I do like it as a shorter crossbody. Now, the trend is to wear it like pretty much on your boob, like high, like this, like the cool young moms. And they do look pretty cool, I have to say. This I just feel like I'm getting my stuff out. I keep it down under my very small boob. If you have big boobs, like, you're not doing that. Even if you're a young, cool mom, I don't see how that works. If you have a large chest. But I'm small, and I could even go a little bit longer with this. But I put it not like the traditional crossbody that's down closer to your hip. It's still shorter. And I wear it every single day. And I think it's more based on your lifestyle versus taste. If you live in a city, or if you're out walking a lot, you're going to see this look everywhere, young and old alike. And your eye will start to get used to it. The first time I saw it, I was like, no, that's silly looking. And now look at me. Now I lived in Charlestown, Boston, and now in Newport. And I don't leave the house without this. I keep it hanging on my hook by the door. It has my wallet, my sunglasses, a lipstick, my sunscreen, and a charger in it, and a pair of readers, which would normally be in it. And what I love about it is it's just right here. Like I take my dogs for a walk. I've got sometimes I put the poop bags in there or treats, and it's hands free, and it just works for me. It definitely goes with that athleisure look. So if you don't have an athleisure look and you're not out walking in the city, you can skip it. You don't need to jump on this trend. Do it if it makes sense for your lifestyle, okay? And if it does make sense for your lifestyle and you try it, let me know, because it's been a game changer for me. Like, I'm not losing things like I used to. I'm not forgetting, I'm not stuffing things in my pocket, and it's functional. And it's, and then if I can look cool at the same time, why not, right? But if I were going out to dinner, I'm not going to wear that unless I'm going just very I would put on one of my, this is one of my Flirty Finds crossbodies. I would make the strap a little shorter than I have in the past. It's still a little, it's not, you don't want a bag like this to hit you way down here. That's gonna look dated, and it's just not flattering. It's just not good. You don't want to hit, I could probably go a little longer on this. I like it to just be right where my hand would go, so it's hitting me right at my hip. But don't go really, really long. I'm not a big fan of that. And I think it's starting to it looks a little dated. We used to wear them that way. I think I have this Flirty Finds bag on its shortest, I have it adjusted to be the shortest it can get. Jamie has these, flirtyfinds.com, and she found leather, 100% leather, gorgeous camera bags. Oh my gosh, and they come with a solid strap and a guitar strap, like a pattern strap, and they are gorgeous quality, like J. Crew leather, gorgeous, and they're priced very well. They're not as inexpensive as the faux leather, but they are gorgeous, in great fall colors with great straps. And then you can mix and match your strap. You can, take the strap off and use that as an accessory on your, classic, solid, more neutral looks. Okay, so belt bags, and there's your alternative. Are you still with me out there, ladies? I'm going a little long here. This one I'm just going to blow through. High-waisted jeans. That's not new. I don't think it's even a trend. I think we can all agree low-waisted jeans needed to go away, a la, what we wore when we were young moms in the 90s, where you had to pull your pants up before you sat. It was a problem. And talk about muffin tops and and Britney Spears and all that. Those are gone, but they've come back. So I don't think they're targeting us, though. The retailers are not targeting us with low-waisted jeans. But high-waisted jeans are kind of controversial. At first, I was like, no, I don't like them. I don't like that. I don't want to be like Urkel with my pants up to here. And I still don't. I still don't love a truly high-waisted jean. But the thing is, everyone's torso is different. So my high-waisted and your high-waisted and your mid-rise, it's all different. It depends on the length of your torso and your rise and finding the right one for you and your body. So don't just say, I don't wear high-waisted jeans. Try them, because there's high-waisted that are like an 11 or 12 inch rise. And then there are others that are called high-waisted that are maybe like a 10, or a 9 even, which to me is just right. It's more of I think that's more of a mid-rise, but you have to try. It's trial and error. You have to, so don't let the label high rise just make you say, nope, I can't wear those. Try them and then figure out what your sweet spot is, where you're sucking in the muffin top, you're accentuating your natural waist, you're getting rid of anything that's hanging over that muffin top. The high-waisted jeans will suck it in, but you also don't want to feel like you're wearing a diaper. That's what I didn't like. I just felt like there's so much material up there. So that's where you got to try. Everyone's different. You got to try. But they are here to stay, hopefully. Jumpsuits, real quick. Love them. A lot of people are like, I don't wear jumpsuits because they're inconvenient going to the bathroom. To me, it's a trade-off. I love the way they look. I don't wear it every day. I'm not going to wear one to sit at home drinking water all day. But if I'm going to like a party or getting dressed up, I have a jumpsuit that's got to be 10 years old, I want to say, from White House Black Market. I loan it out to people. If anyone ever wants to borrow it, it's a size small. It's very long. I'll send it to you. It's like the traveling jumpsuit. It's made of that material. It's got flowy pants. It's got a tie waist, a sash. You could change the sash. It's got a haltery keyhole opening. I've had it for years. And if I, this weekend, got invited to go to a swanky party, you better believe I'm wearing that. And I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to figure it out, and it's life. All right? But I like them, but a lot of people just don't because of the bathroom issue, or, you know, they can be hard to fit if you're long-waisted or short-waisted. You gotta try. But they're one of those people are very opinionated about them. I saved the best for last, ladies. So if you hung around, good for you. This is probably the one that makes people the most wild lately, and that is skinny jeans. If you go on Instagram, if you go on and listen to influencers, you'll hear a lot of chatter about skinny jeans, saying they are out of style. You got to get rid of them. They're dated. They're bad. They're this. They're that. And then other people will say the opposite. There's two camps. And I am in the camp that skinny jeans are classic. They are here to stay. Go on to Nordstrom's website. I always use them as the voice of reason, or that's not the word I'm looking for, but somebody help me with the word choice. But I look at them as the voice of reason to say, okay, if you type in jeans on the Nordstrom website, sure, you're going to get straight legs first, and you might get some very trendy, different styles, very wide legs, boot cuts, shredded, etc. But you're going to get probably 50% are going to be skinny jeans. Maybe not 50, but close to it, because they are classic. Just like this flat is classic. Is it the most fashionable, most high style shoe? Probably not. Are skinny jeans, if you're going to your high school reunion and you want to look like the most, with it modern hip woman there, would I tell you to wear skinny jeans? Probably not. If skinny jeans look the best on you though, what I would tell you to do, and they do look the best on a lot of figures, especially curvy figures, especially hourglass figures, they just look better. What I would tell you, if that's your case, if you're like, but Beth, I look better in skinny jeans, hopefully by now you have a pair of slim straight leg jeans. It's a little difference, but if you're looking to look more modern, it makes a difference. If you don't really care, then wear the skinnies and don't worry about it. But to my eye, the big difference is the ankle, the calf and the ankle is just not quite as fitted. The best comparison is if you've ever had a pair of jeggings, which we've all had, especially back when everyone was wearing leggings and boots. Jeggings were great. I remember Wit and Wisdom had a pair that pulled on, you felt like you were wearing yoga pants, and they were jeans, and they were very stretchy, and they were incredibly fitted to your calf and your ankle. And that is great when you're wearing tall boots. I mean, over the knee boots are back in style, if you ever had those. So, or tall boots, jeggings, very, skinny jeans are still very good. But if you're wearing, your new loafers or something, that really skinny silhouette is going to look dated, in my humble opinion. I own skinny jeans. I'm never getting rid of I have a pair of Paige skinny jeans that I got right when they were starting to go out of style, and I was so happy I found them on a deal at Nordstrom Rack. And I haven't worn them in a while. I would never wear them in the summer when it's hot because that's obvious. I just too tight. But I'll be breaking them out in the fall. So skinny jeans, we all need to just relax. People have a very strong opinion about the skinny jeans, and wear them or don't. But there's no judgment. Like, you can't, they're still fine, okay? And again, just go look at Nordstrom and see how many pairs of skinny jeans. And look at your favorite influencers. A lot of them are still wearing skinny jeans because they just look really good on most people, or not a lot of people. Then again, there's the camp that hated them when they came out and still hate them. Mary would have been definitely in that camp. Like, what are those? And then like everything else, our eyes adjusted to them. Same with booties. Like, we were like, what's with the elf shoes? What are those? Like, give me my nice riding boots. Those are elf booties. They look ridiculous. Now it's like, how many pairs do we own of of booties, right? So the moral of my story is, wear what you like, and be a little patient with people who wear things that you don't like. I mean, I don't think women in this group have that, but I'll be on like blogs or influencers or Instagram. People are like, you're too old to be wearing ripped jeans. You look silly. You look trashy. Like, come on, people. No. We don't have that problem here. That's why I love you ladies so much. But people have like visceral reactions to things like the boob bag, as some people call it, the belt bag, or ripped jeans, or sneakers with dresses, leggings. People go crazy over leggings or athleisure wear. Like, why are you wearing that to the grocery store? That's for the gym. Let's give people a break. That's my message. But adjust your eye, be open to trends, and then at the end of the day, wear what you like. All right, so I dropped a link to it's called Flow page. It has all my links in one place. And you can go there, you can find my fall style system that is now available and fabulous and launched, but outfits don't start until the 26th. The first day of fall is not till the 22nd, ladies, so we're still in summer. But there's a lot of pre-work to be done, so the sooner you can grab it, the better. It is a fantastic deal, $47 for 3 months of having a stylist at your beck and call, basically, to some extent, and a great group of women, so that you can see clothes on different bodies, different ages, different coloring. There's so much value in that. And, in the world of social media and Instagram and seeing all these perfect people plastered all over, it's nice to see real people in these clothes and people that you can relate to, that you can say, oh, she has the same body type as me. I'm going to reach out to her and say, hey, how do you solve this problem? I'm a petite, I've got a pear shape. Where do you buy those jeans? And share that information. That the group is, people have formed really close relationships. Like, they get on airplanes and visit each other. That's how great this group is. So I really encourage you to check it out. And if you're not into that kind of thing, if you just want to get the information and do your own thing, $47 is a small price to pay for all the shopping information that you need, for all the a season's worth of daily outfit prompts, so you know what to put on every day, based on what you own in your closet. It just takes the guesswork out. 5 minutes, in and out. Go on with your life. Don't worry about what you're wearing anymore. All right? That's the focus of the style system. It simplifies style. It gives you a step-by-step system to help you just get dressed every day and feel great. All right? So hope you'll join. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week. I think I'm going to do 1 o'clock from now on. But it's been fun talking to you. If you were talking to me, I'm sorry. Facebook doesn't always Let me see comments, but I will definitely go back and read them all and respond if you have any questions. All right, and if there's anything you want links to, just let me know and I will post them. Okay, take care, ladies. Bye.